Today, we're diving into excerpts from the Book of Nephi. You sent over some really fascinating excerpts for us to analyze.
Yeah. Think of it like we're time traveling through a narrative, a captivating narrative, full of family drama and ancient beliefs.
We're not here to preach, we're here to understand the cultural nuances and the historical significance of this text.
Exactly.
So let's just dive right in. The heart of the story, it begins with a man named Lehi experiencing a pretty life-altering dream.
Yeah, and it's not just any dream, right? This dream comes with an instruction, a direct instruction from God to leave everything behind. Journey into the unknown.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a powerful testament to the role of faith in Lehi's world.
It really makes you think about the immense trust he must have had to be able to follow such a drastic instruction. Imagine, being told to just drop everything, pack up your family and head into the wilderness, no questions asked.
It's a recurring theme across cultures and history, surrendering to a higher power, trusting in a plan beyond human understanding. But what's particularly striking here is how Lehi's decision it impacts his entire family, his wife Sariah and their sons Laman, Lemuel, Sam, and the youngest Nephi.
And just like any family facing such a monumental change, they don't exactly sail through the wilderness without a few bumps in the road.
Oh, of course not. Family dynamics always find a way to surface right, even in the middle of the wilderness. Picture this. After 3 long days of travel, they finally stumble upon a river. This is a symbol of life and renewal in the midst of their journey. Lehi, a spiritual man, he builds an altar to offer thanks. But then he does something quite fascinating. He names the river after his eldest son, Laman.
Oh, wow.
And the nearby valley after his second son, Lemuel.
It's as if he's trying to imbue the landscape itself with his hopes for his sons, almost like a silent prayer woven into the very fabric of their journey.
Exactly. To Laman, he says, "Oh, that thou mightest be like unto this river, continually running into the fountain of all righteousness." And to Lemuel, he says, "Oh, that thou mightest be like unto this valley, firm and steadfast and immovable in keeping the commandments of the Lord." These words reveal so much more than a father simply naming landmarks. They offer us a glimpse into the hopes and perhaps anxieties that he holds for his children's spiritual development.
Especially because we soon learn that Laman and Lemuel aren't exactly thrilled about this whole leaving civilization behind thing.
Right.
Their reaction feels eerily familiar to modern-day generational conflicts.
Absolutely. Just as we see these debates raging today about everything from climate change to technological advancements, Laman and Lemuel represent a generation grappling with change, and they're questioning the path laid out before them. They accuse their father of being a visionary man, swayed by foolish imaginations. They long for their old life, their possessions, their inheritance, everything this journey has cost them.
Their rebellion against their father's decisions, it feels less like a teenage tantrum and more like a struggle for autonomy and understanding. This is a timeless push and pull between generations.
Absolutely.
But amidst all this family drama, we're introduced to Nephi, the youngest son, whose character is described as a compelling contradiction.
He is. He's described as exceedingly young, yet large in stature, which instantly sets him apart from his brothers. What do you make of that contrast?
It's as if his physical presence hints at a strength and maturity beyond his years, something that might play a key role in the unfolding family dynamics. And unlike his older brothers, Nephi embarks on this spiritual quest for knowledge, a stark contrast to Laman and Lemuel's doubt and resentment. He yearns to understand the mysteries of God and seeks guidance through prayer, much like his father.
Which makes his reaction to his own spiritual experience all the more fascinating. It unfolds quite differently than his brothers, you see. Instead of resisting that message, Nephi embraces it. His heart is softened, his spirit open to the experience. It really underscores the diverse ways that people process faith and doubt, even within the same family unit.
It's like they're on completely different wavelengths, even though they share the same upbringing. They're facing the same challenges.
Right.
While Laman and Lemuel kind of spiral into skepticism, Nephi leans into his spirituality. And he even tries to bring his brothers along on that journey.
Precisely. He shares his personal revelation with his brother Sam. And we're told that Sam believes him. This small detail, it speaks volumes about the power of genuine connection, even amidst conflict.
Yeah.
It suggests that shared understanding, even if fleeting, is possible, even when you've got these strong disagreements.
It's a poignant reminder that even in the most fractured families, moments of genuine connection can still emerge. But sadly, Laman and Lemuel prove to be a tougher audience for Nephi's message.
Indeed. Despite Nephi's heartfelt efforts to convince them, even going so far as to pray for their understanding, their hearts remain hardened. Their continued rejection sets the stage for a pivotal moment, a direct communication from God to Nephi, laden with both promise and warning.
This feels like a turning point in the narrative. It sounds like Nephi is being set on a very specific path here. Can you elaborate on what this promise entails?
Certainly, God acknowledges Nephi's unwavering faithfulness by saying, "Blessed art thou, Nephi, because of thy faith, for thou hast sought me diligently with lowliness of heart." This recognition is key. It speaks to the importance of sincere seeking and spiritual growth. As a reward for his devotion, God promises Nephi a land of promise, a land which is choice above all other lands.
Wow. So a tangible reward for his faithfulness, a place of abundance and prosperity. But you mentioned there was a warning intertwined with this blessing. What form does that warning take?
This is where the family conflict takes on a weightier, more somber tone. God cautions Nephi that should his brothers continue to rebel, they shall be cut off from the presence of the Lord. This phrase, while seemingly straightforward, carries significant weight within the belief system presented in the text. Being cut off, it signifies a profound spiritual separation, a loss of connection with the divine.
Okay, so their actions carry consequences that extend far beyond just their immediate family dynamics. This isn't just about family discord, it's about their spiritual standing.
Precisely. Their choices now, they hold eternal implications, emphasizing the gravity of their rebellion. But it doesn't even end there. God further underscores the weight of this choice by telling Nephi that if he remains faithful, he will be made a ruler and a teacher over thy brethren. His leadership will be a testament to his steadfast belief.
It's a classic narrative choice, right? Highlighting that stark contrast between the paths of obedience and rebellion. But this contrast isn't merely about individual choices, is it? It impacts future generations as well.
Exactly. God warns that if Nephi's brothers persist in their rebellion, they will become a scourge unto thy seed, their actions casting a shadow on generations to come. This concept of a scourge, it's particularly potent. It evokes a sense of enduring suffering, a plague that will afflict even their descendants.
Wow. It underscores that cyclical nature of history, doesn't it? How choices made today ripple through time, impacting those who come after us. It's a powerful message, even outside of any specific religious context.
It really is.
Yeah.
It challenges us to consider the legacy we ourselves are creating through our actions, the impact we have on those around us, and the generations that will follow.
Yeah, it's a sobering thought.
It is.
This idea that our choices can have such far-reaching consequences, it adds a whole other layer of complexity to the family dynamics that are already at play here.
It does, and it speaks to the enduring power of this story. We've moved beyond a simple tale of a family's wilderness trek. We're grappling with questions of faith, obedience, rebellion, the legacy we leave behind, all these things.
We've journeyed from a dream-inspired exodus to a riverbank revelation, and now we've landed squarely in the heart of a family drama with eternal implications. It's pretty amazing. It reminds us that these ancient narratives often grapple with the same questions that we're still wrestling with today.
Yeah.
These tensions between generations, this pull between faith and doubt, the weight of our choices.
It's all there.
Yeah.
And it's what makes these texts so fascinating to explore. They offer a glimpse into the human condition across time and cultures. These aren't just stories, confined to the pages of an ancient text. These are echoes of our own experiences, our own search for meaning and understanding.
We started this deep dive seeking a better understanding of the Book of Nephi, its hidden gems. And what we've uncovered is a story brimming with family drama, spiritual searching, and timeless questions about faith, obedience, and the enduring power of choice. And, it makes you reflect on the legacies that we're building through our own actions, the impact we have on those around us, and the generations yet to come.
It really does give one pause. How will your story unfold? What choices will you make? And how will your actions shape the future? Perhaps that's the most intriguing question this deep dive leaves us with. Something to ponder indeed.